At 58, why my circle of friends is smaller but stronger than ever. This is a heartfelt Gen X style talk. It's a reflection on life, friendships, and what really matters as you age. The reality is this: the key theme to explore is quality over quantity. Now, look, I've built an incredible community here on YouTube, and I'm very thankful for all the friendships that I've made and all the connections that I've made with all the cool people here on YouTube. But before I built this community, I went through life, living day to day, playing music in the music business, playing gigs, playing for thousands of people. And I've had, thousands of people come and go in my life over the years. And, it comes down to number one, quality over quantity. Now, as you get older, you start to realize what is important in life. And, running around, having a good time all the time, as they say in Spinal Tap, that's just not reality. And, there have been times in my life where, I was not in a good way and I was partying too much and hanging out with the wrong people. And I learned early on, being a musician, there's no health coverage. There's no, you can't pay for rehab or something like that. And I just figured out myself, man, I need to separate myself from these people that are not doing things in my best interest. And so I made the decision that, and told these people, look, you cannot come over to my house unannounced. I do not want to party with you on Monday. I do not want to party with you on Tuesday. I don't want to party with you on Wednesday. I don't want to party with you on Thursday. And if you do want to see me on a weekend, call me first. And, it's sort of the baby steps version of eliminating bad influences in your life. But look, man, if you're going through this right now, you're gonna have to do that. If you've got the wrong people knocking on your door, the wrong times, interfering with your work, interfering with your life, you need to eliminate those people. And the way to do that is just tell them, look, you're not welcome to just show up here anymore. This is not going to happen anymore. And you realize that the value of more deeper, more meaningful connections are better than a wide social circle. Now, like I said, I'm very thankful to have this great community on YouTube. But, you have to reflect on how time and experience have helped you see who really stands by you. And, we can be great support for each other here on this channel because we're not interfering with each other's day-to-day lives. If you want to watch one of my videos and learn from it and have a shared experience, you can do this at your convenience. I am not knocking on your door at 3 a.m. and go, hey, dude, you want to talk it out? And that's, that's part of the thing. Look at the story of, the song Black Cow by Steely Dan. And he's talking about a girl that's, oh, I'm the one who must make everything right. Talk it out till daylight. And he's like, I can't cry anymore while you run around. And, you've got to learn at some point to eliminate the negative influences in your life. And if certain people are bringing you down and causing you pain or strife or stress, you're going to have to just kindly say them, look, you're not welcome here anymore. And the other thing, the other point to ponder is life changes and growth. Career, family, and personal growth naturally lead to some friendships fading. And that's okay. That's okay. It doesn't mean that they're not your friend anymore. It doesn't mean that if in an emergency situation, you can't help them or talk to them. But the reality is, and it's like me with my family now today, that is my priority. That is job number one. That is what I get up every day to take care of my wife and to take care of my child. That is my priority. There is no other priority. And, YouTube and everything else is second. But I am here to help people. And this may be my greatest calling in life, but I do have to place my family first. And my journey as a musician, shaped my relationships. I learned so much being in this business, and being a musician and playing and knowing that, learning that 1 minute people could be your best friend and partying with you, and then the next minute when the bottom drum drops out, they're nowhere to be found. And I've learned that many times in my life. LA was another learning experience. When I was on top and everything was groovy and everything was rocking and rolling, man, there were no shortage of friends. But come the time when your car breaks down and the rent is due and you don't have enough money and all that, man, those people scatter and they're not there anymore. So you have to realize what true friendship is and who is just there for a good time. And that's something you can really learn in this business of music. Now, the beauty, number three, the beauty of smaller circles. Joy of authenticity, finding the friends who are still there, those who know the real you and support you through life's ups and downs. Music or creativity can be a shared connection in those friendships. And man, my wife used to say, "Oh, you don't go hang out with your friends." I work with my friends. When I was in Nashville, I had a ton of, musicians that were friends, and my hang time with my friends was going and playing a gig. And, the last thing that we would want to do later in life is go back to another bar on our off time and hang out, because we already hung out at a bar playing our gig. And I learned eventually that if I spend money in the bar, then I'm not making money in the bar. It would be very easy, especially with today's drink prices, to spend your entire pay at the very place that you worked at. When you've got, $10 beers and $15 and $20 shots, it would be very easy to buy your friends and yourself a few drinks and come home with only $5 or $10 in your pocket after you've tipped everybody out and all that. So even having my family come to gigs and my wife ordering dinner or whatever, said, "Look, I'm going out here to make this money and I want to bring the money home. So you ordering a $25 steak and a $15 glass of wine, all of a sudden that $100 shrinks way down." And so, music has been a strong force in my friendships, and I've got many friends still in Nashville that are out there playing gigs, and they're working so much. Everybody is working and scrambling so much that we don't hang like it was in the old days, because we have different priorities. Now, my message to you in this, if you're feeling lonely or isolated as you age, it is perfectly normal. It is natural evolution and not a failure of yours. Encourage that you have a few real friendships, that people that you can truly count on, and invest in those relationships. You're not a failure if later in life your circle gets very small. And I'm talking about the people that you talk to each day or every other day, or people that you hang out with. It's natural that as you age, your circle is going to get smaller. Now, I've always been somebody who is very good at talking and very good at going out in the crowd and woo and acting like I'm the life of the party and all that. But the other side of the coin is that I'm somebody that deals with a lot of introspection and needs hours, sometimes days, to recover from having to go out and be that guy. And I was perfectly fine for many years where I would have days of no contact with anyone, and then getting on the tour bus and hanging out with hundreds, playing for thousands of people, and experiencing that, and being on a bus with 13 people traveling across the United States. And when I got home, man, I had to recharge. That was my time to recharge. And I had no problem coming home and not having the phone ring and not having to constantly text people and not go hang out with people and all that. I'm one of those people that needs to recharge from personal contact. And I think that is a normal thing. If you have to deal with a lot of people in your daily life experiences, whether you're working in retail or working in an office or answering phones every day, I think it's perfectly normal to want to come home and decompress and not have to constantly deal with people. It can be very taxing on your mental state. So don't feel that you're a failure if your circle is getting small. And look, man, it's okay if your circle is one or two people. There is nothing wrong with that. It is better to have two completely good influences on your life, people that you can depend on, than to have thousands or hundreds or dozens of people who want to be there when everything is awesome and disappear when the you know what hits the fan. So don't feel bad if your circle is smaller. It's a natural evolution of life. Look, many of us older, people, we have experienced loss. I've lost friends. People have disappeared. People have died. It's just a normal evolution of your time on this planet. And, here's the reality. We have an extended circle on this channel. And this is a safe zone where we can all communicate. So I would love to hear from everybody in the comments. I'm still at the point now where I try to respond to everybody that watches my videos. And, this is an extended circle here. Nobody's going to come knocking on your door or asking you for $50 at 3 a.m. We are here to support each other and to be there and encourage you on your path, your evolved path through life. So, this is the time to be reflective, to reassure yourself that you are on the correct path, that this is a normal thing, and it doesn't hurt that maybe some negative influences in your life you've had to eliminate. It's just a normal part of growing up, getting old, being more mature, and moving on with your life in a positive direction.